All right, we are live. See. Yeah, sir, we're live. Let me see.
Yeah, we live. I can see us.
All right, cool. All right, everybody, we should go into the next question.
Well, we let's see if we get our audience back.
Okay, cool. Yeah, something happened with your mic. It just went mute, and then I couldn't hear you.
Oh, he's back.
Like a slight delay. Let me see if I can see us now. Oh, there we go. Muted. What's up, AI? What's up, Cold Heat? We back. Yeah, we back. Okay, now it's straight now. Yeah, it's something going on, but what's going on tonight?
It's doing a lot of buffering.
Sometimes it'll just fix itself.
All right, so where were we at?
And how to activate, basically.
Well, I think what I was trying to finish up my point in reference to, the power of the links and producers really utilizing their links the right way so they can be tracked by our software the right way. And the producers on the platform who are successful are doing this very effectively. And I see them signing up new users all the time. And this is what I want to get into tonight, because this is the basis of how you're going to grow. If you really don't know the science behind affiliate marketing, you need to do that. Even if you did some research on your side, on your own, on how to be an effective affiliate marketer, the first thing you're going to figure out or learn about is that the links that are provided to you and when they engage is not as important as to when they click your information to then, get to the next step. That has to be like one of the first steps as far as engagement is concerned. At least one of them. Of course, you got to make the contact, but as far as getting them to take an action, that needs to be one of the first ones that they click your link. So that has to be clarified.
Yeah,
that has to be clarified. Yeah, still buffering here. So we got
it looks good on my side. So try refreshing your browser, guys, if you're still buffering, but it looks good. Oh, here we go. Look good on the stream side. And so now we back. So it's a little rough patch, but we might.
Well, it's Friday night. Maybe a lot of people going live. YouTube can't handle it. Who knows?
Well, sometimes that's the issue, but there's no presidential debate going on tonight. There's no. Usually, when there's some type of glitch, I normally restart my whole system. So some type of glitch happened that took your mic out. So that might be causing the streaming lag. So if it keeps doing that, you see, yeah, it's still lagging. We'll give it a few seconds, but if it keeps doing that, the best thing for me to do is restart. And that'll only take like a minute, but we'll restart the live and refresh the systems. So that doesn't happen a lot though, but every once in a while you'll get some kind of crazy glitch going on. Like right now we're good. Yeah, Cole, yeah, if it keeps buffering, I'm gonna close out and come back. But we're good. Well, let me see. Yeah, we're good right now. I just see if it stays like this. All right, so cool. So check it out, man. Let's keep it moving. You're talking about links, so let's dive deeper into that. Why is it important for users to share their custom links instead of sending people directly to BuyBeatsDotCom? You brought that up last time. We see a lot of that. Why is it important to share your direct link?
Well, your direct link is what our software will track you. So you know, there's a couple of ways that we track the customers that you bring in. Once they click the link, we know based off of a couple of things from cookies and IPs and locations, you know, where that link was hit. And then we tie it to the username based on the ID or the username to your account. So that's like a 90+% chance that if you do it that way, it'll be tracked back to you. It's not foolproof because that user could find out about the opportunity, go to a friend's house, go do something. It's a lot of things that really don't normally happen, but that's why we can only say 99%. And if you ever suspect that somebody may not get through when they first get to the site, if they didn't click on anyone else's links, they could put your username in the referral box on the sign up form, because if they did click your link, your name will show up on the referral box because our system will link it back to you. Or you can have somebody go right to your home, right to your profile page and click on the sign up under your name, and it will bypass. So I don't really talk too much about the bypass because I want people to get the credit. But I needed a system like that because sometimes it was kind of complicated and it would happen. But outside of all of that, your focus now is to figure out ways to get people to click your link. Now, let me share this with you because a lot of people are sending people directly to the homepage. If you send somebody directly to the homepage, you're not going to get credit unless you go get a campaign ID, and then you can put that ID and go buybeats.com / you know, that ID, then we'll know it's you. Okay. So Valentine Beats, Beats by Casual, Monique Winning, DJ Luigi, myself included, a couple of other guys, Jones on the beat. What I've seen them do, I've done this in the beginning, is first have a point of, if you're not like paying for ads and stuff like that, but first find something where you can relate to the person that you're prospecting. Whether you like it or not, you're out there prospecting, seeing who could be ideal for this particular opportunity to grow. And one of the key things I want to share with you, could be getting a little ahead of myself, but you want to tell and you really don't want to sell. All right. You want to tell, you don't want to sell. Our system will do all of the selling and enticing and warming this person up. We got different things in place. You just want to tell. Now, how do you get yourself in a position to tell so you can actually share your link? There's a few things that you can do. We talk about these things all the time, but I say them over and over. You find either a pain point or a point of reference that the person you are talking to could identify with. So, for example, I see another producer on IG. I check out all of his beats. I say something as simple as, how many beats you selling this month, right? Now, this could either be a situation where he says, I just sold 1,000 beats. If he tells you he sold 1,000 beats, you need to be asking him for information.
Facts.
But if he's like, yeah, nah, you know, I ain't sell beats in a couple of months, you then say, well, I might have something I can show you. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Here's my link. All of this happens in BuyBeats.com. Go over to BuyBeats.com and check it out. You don't want to do that. You want to say, listen, why don't you go check out this video? Here's the link. Go check it out. You may or may not like it. And then you can actually ask them for feedback. Maybe when you check it out, hit me back and tell me what you think. This way you know a little bit as far as where that person went or where their mind is or whatever the case is, if they're excited about it or not. And that's all you really have to do. It's a couple of other pain points that you could possibly find, or you can even ask the person. Here's another ideal question. I use this question. I say, for the last 100 artists that listened to your beats that didn't buy any of them, how much money did you get for that? Very logical question that somebody could be like, well, I didn't sell any beats. How do you expect me to make any money if I didn't sell any beats? Basically, you can say, well, even if I video invite you something, or you don't even gotta say invite. Let me just show you this quick video and check it out. Tell me what you think. That's it. That link from that click, they're locked in. Now our system goes to work, whatever the videos we have, wherever you sent them, whether you sent it to the homepage or not. And pretty much that's all you have to do. If I tell you this is all Valentine Beats is doing, this is all Casuals doing, this is everybody that I go back and look, because I could look and see a lot of stuff. So I could see what's coming from IG. I could see what's coming from Facebook. So these are the ones. You could even ask somebody if you're battling to judge your battle. So there's links that you can share on your battle or other people's battles. Producers are enticed by that. It works better on Facebook because it shows the verses. You could ask a group of producers, what you think about this battle? This is crazy. Everybody that clicks the link to go through the battle, if you click the share link, we're tracking that. So these are the things I pretty much want to share to make sure you're doing, because this is what everybody else is doing. Just so I know that when I'm talking, I could keep on and continue on, and maybe we could get to a couple of more questions that Jones might have to ask.
Yeah, and it looks like we're looking good. And then also, if you want to poll the audience, we can do that as well. Like if you want to put a question out there, I'll create a poll or a Q&A. I can put that in there, and they can see it in the chat and respond.
All right. Well, right now I see we got a few people here, so everybody's saying better now. I see better now. Video has a lag, but the audio is good. All right. Well, the audio, we need you to hear. We're not too worried how you looking at. I'm not too worried how you looking at me. I'm sure Jones ain't, but the audio is great. We can work with that. Yeah. I want to know if there's any questions basically off of what I'm saying. Let's make this a little bit more interactive. We don't have to necessarily poll. But who's doing that already? And just let me know. Are you sending out DMs? Are you making comments? Are you engaging with other producers and artists? I want to know. Have you been? What's the results? All right, it looks like my chat just disappeared.
You know what? YouTube is doing the damn thing. It's doing the most. So you know what?
Hold on. Well, I know we got. Did your chat disappear? Oh, I got the chat back.
Yeah, mine came back. YouTube, but maybe YouTube is doing some updating or something. We don't know.
Nah, it's too big for that.
Yeah. But we're good. You know what though? Here's the question that I like, and I think this is one of the most powerful features, the link tree feature. And then I think it's going to be important now more than ever, now that we have Beat Pass and things like that. A lot of us aren't really taking advantage of our profiles. So I think right now, everyone should go to their profile, do an inventory, and make sure you're adding the video, your links in there, your social media, fill out your bio. That's an important thing. And then I always recommend in your picture, like your profile picture, I recommend that you put a picture of yourself, because this is the internet, and trust is a something hard to gain. So the best thing you can do to just gain trust is just show up in real life, right? Your logo doesn't belong on your profile picture, a picture of your dog. We love our pets, but you need a picture of yourself. You know what I mean? So that goes into the next question, Alan. How important, right? Or what's the benefit, I should say, of using the Linktree feature provided in your BuyBeats dashboard?
Well, if you're using your Linktree feature in your dashboard, do me a favor, just throw a thumbs up and put any other thing behind the thumbs up. I want to know. Just throw it if you're using it, I want to know, because I want to tell you how enough people in here to know how many people are using the link. Nice. What's good, brother? Pete mine. All right, cool. All right, look. The link, the reason why you want to use the one that we provide you, because it's BuyBeatsDotCom, your username /links. That link is an affiliate link within itself. So even if you're a producer or whatever you're doing, you want to send people to Spotify, you want to send them to Facebook, whatever. Don't put all the other direct links like directly to Facebook and YouTube, because now Instagram allows you to put more than one link. The reason why you only want to have this single link is because when you click it, our system now tracks that person. So they could come through the Linktree link and now go to your YouTube channel because it's going to list it. But we already got the data on that visitor. So now as you're building a relationship with this visitor, they're going to your YouTube channel where you might be talking about this opportunity, or they're going to whatever else you have, wherever else you're streaming, whatever else you're doing. Our system has already put something on them. So if they do sign up, you get the credit for it. So you really want to be telling people as much as you can, hit the link in my bio to get beat for free, whatever the case may be, whatever you're marketing, because as soon as they hit that link, it doesn't matter about all the other 20 links in your link tree. We caught them, we got them. So that's your lead right there. And if they do sign up after engaging with you, now this customer now provides something for you, rather if they're just listening to the beats, rather if they subscribe as a producer, as an artist, rather if they download beats, rather if they start bringing in people, because remember, we have second tier level for subscriptions, as well as if this is an artist, you get paid for the artist listening to other producers' beats. So, nothing is left on the table and more people get the concept of what exactly we're doing. We're still a baby. Just over 2 years is baby. More people get the concept. The traffic could be crazy to where you don't even have to be selling beats, but you're benefiting off of all of the systems that were on the table. And you want to be in early doing this and learning as much as you can do. I mean, I'm not one to drop stuff and then just be talking out my butt. So a lot of times I'm reserved, but there's a lot of talks about what we're going to do to be bringing some big name producers in, some podcast ideas and everything to kind of focus on what we're doing here to where it leads off to buy beats. So by the time all of that heavy traffic starts to come in, you want to really be in position. I have about, close to 1,000 customers on the platform. If you go into my dashboard, I got close to 1,000. I have about just over or just close to maybe 50 subscribers. And this is me not going hard. But every once in a while, the ones that are sitting will engage. So when they come back, they will engage, listen to beats or whatever. They come back, I start generating money from that. So it's for me to keep on going, get these customers in. I'm not worried about if they upgrade to a subscription right away. Producer artists. The fact that their email and their username is tied to me, later on down the line, when they say, you know what, I need to double back. They already registered. That's my customer for life. So you got to understand that. The link tree is the key thing that we put in here, though, for you to actually utilize so you can get the benefits of those that when they come back, they become your customer. I took the long route to answer that question, but hopefully everything I said makes sense.
No, definitely, man. Let's switch gears just a little bit because I think this is powerful. When it comes to, I think, some of us might struggle with how to approach certain creators, right? So starting conversations with producers, for example, who might be struggling with beat sales, which we know there's a lot of producers out there honestly struggling with beat sales. How does one approach a producer and get on common ground? And, how do you handle that situation?
Yo, I had one producer say, yo, don't ever send me none of this crap no more. I don't want to talk to you about any of it.
Wow.
I think I need to put that out there.
Wow.
This is in the beginning. This is
Yeah.
in the beginning when all of the formulas that I'm talking about that works, this is where I was out there figuring out things that didn't work. And it was just, he was like, yo, I don't need that or that. And sometimes they don't. Like, sometimes other people is in the lane. Don't worry about that. Everybody is not going to be receptive to the idea because it's a lot out there to offer. And if some things is working for some, keep it moving. I think what you should do is have like a set 4 to 5 things that you use and continue to rotate how those things would work for you, or if they're working or not. Me, the subscription model and making money off of the fact that even if I send 1,000 people to my beats, that there's a lot of other ways that I can make money. I usually try to do that. I'll ask the producer, how much traffic are you sending to your beats? And they be like, well, I'm on YouTube, I'm here. And then I ask that question, like, do you make money even if none of those people buy your beats? And they have to say no. If they don't know about BuyBeatsDotCom, they have to say no. Well, check this out. I want to show you this video. And at that time, I was showing the producer invite link, which is basically me talking about the producer struggle, some of the roadblocks we have, also introducing them with a little social proof. So you see me in the video, that I'm introducing Rockwilder in the video as a partner that I had before. I'm sharing that I made lots of money before, just kind of proofing who I am. And then I introduced the system. So I know a lot of people signed up from that link. We have data. That's a long video, but a lot of people signed up from that link. That's why I won't take it down. If you choose to use it, you could actually see how effective it is. There's millions of producers out there, so everybody doesn't see that. So there's still an opportunity for you to just put that on display. It's all like science on marketing and getting people to understand what's the story behind what we're doing, why we're doing it, how it benefits them, how it brings value to them as a producer or artist. So it's valuable to just tell people about what we got going on. Don't try to sell them, just tell them. And as you find that common ground, that's going to be different for everybody, depending on your voice and how you communicate. But the principle of it is to find that common thing that you can relate with. Being in production, I'm a producer. I'm not selling no beats at the moment. I'm struggling. I sell a beat here and there, but here's the system that actually works for me in multiple ways. I just want to share it with you. No obligations. Check it out. That's pretty much that. Now, last week I held up my book, Residual Income. I was going over it yesterday, just thinking about a couple things. I want to share this chapter with you. I probably won't share it on the live now, but you see this right here? Chapter 12, lead generation. 21, what it says, 21 marketing ideas for producers to generate leads. So in what I'm sharing right now on this live, there's 21 plus some ideas in there, because if I'm not mistaken, I actually give bonus ideas as well that break down all of the strategies that I'm talking about. Listen, check this out. You could go, this is in the book now. So this is in the book. You can go to another producer and say, how are you promoting your beats? Do you need help? What do you think a producer is going to say when you say, do you need help promoting your beats? Just, I'm curious. What do you think they're going to say? Most everybody going to say, yeah. Well, listen, it's not going to cost you anything. I already have a playlist of my beats. Would you like me to add your beats on my playlist? They might say, well, how much is it going to cost? It's not going to cost you nothing, because as soon as you sign up with me on BuyBeats, BuyBeats allows you to put up 3 beats with no obligation for subscription. But the beauty of it is you start getting money for beat plays, right? And with those 3 free beats, you can actually see how many listens you get into or whatever like that. If there's something that comes out of it, you could actually, upgrade. Or if you see you making money from beat plays, that's it. But it's absolutely free. I think your beats is dope. They'll probably benefit on my playlist. It doesn't cost them anything to take that first action.
That's dope.
That's in the book.
That's fire.
It's in the book. 21 marketing strategies. I put it in the book. And the free version has the 21 strategies in it. Like I told you, this is on Amazon because I have, I think, 4 or 5 additional chapters where I'm talking about millionaire mindset. But the 21 strategies is in the book. So all the answers you need, and Valentine is using. They're using them same strategies. So that's effective.
No, that's fire. It was actually going into my next question, the power of the playlist, and how effective they can be. You just laid out one reason, right? Or one way they can be effective, right? With the inviting other producers to their playlist, right? How does inviting other producers to the platform benefit the person who shared the invite in general?
Well, that becomes your customer. Point blank, period. So if I invite you, you're my customer for life. You sign in, create an account. Now, there's multiple benefits. Number one, as soon as that person subscribes, right? As soon as that person subscribes, I'm getting 40 to 60% of that monthly subscription for however long they subscribe. That's a major benefit because that's cash flow for you. And let me tell you something. Everything on the internet spreads by word of mouth. This is all a network. So if someone sees you somewhere where your stuff is at, you're extended within the network, and they find out, hey, this platform, couple of producers or somebody introduced you, you're usually doing what we're asking or what the system over here to do. You're usually doing it for free. You know what I'm saying? If you're putting your links up and your link says the name of the site plus your username, everyone can see that link. You better believe producers and artists are going back to that, to wherever that link is at. But normally you wouldn't get no money for that. You're not getting anything for that. On the BuyBeats platform, that person that signs up, that's the reward. Because as soon as they sign up, if it's an artist, as soon as that artist start listening to beats, you bought that artist, you're getting a percentage of the stream. That's crazy. Why would anybody do that? Because it's new and innovative, because we need to be looking for ways to reward producers for doing the work that usually the platform owner only benefits alone. So now this is a way to say, hold on. We got to distribute back 40 to 60% back to producers and make it more valuable. Make it more valuable for the work you're already doing for free. So that's when all of these levels come in to say, oh man, this is why a producer basically should be here. This is why an artist should basically be within our system. So did I answer that question? I'm not sure if I did correctly, but
No. That was pretty accurate, pretty precise. But let me switch gears once again. There's a lot of information, as y'all can see. There's so many different ways to benefit from this platform. It's really crazy. Produce, like, we got Beat Pass now, right? But for the longest, producers have been focused on just the idea of selling beat leases, right? So how do you approach a producer, and how do you share the value of BuyBeatsDotCom with a producer who's only focused on, one track mind, focused on beat leases?
again, we keep covering this in so many ways, but like I said in the beginning, you have different business models, and you have to really think about what would be more effective, right? Let's say you just only had 100 customers, right? And that's all you was ever going to be able to get. And you were only serving them leases, and sporadically they may like your beats or not, because there's 1,000 millions of producers, but they entertain you. And 1 month you make this batch of beats, and one of the 100 says, I like that, and then that's your sale. You get that sale. Let's just even keep it on the high end. Let's say you sold it to them for $50, and that's all you get. All right, cool. But it's not literally like a service or any type of structure that builds some type of continuity for you where you have a little bit more reliability. I would rather, now check this out. I would rather give subscriptions for $9.99 with somebody or that same group of 100 producers for $9.99 had access to every 20 beats I released every month and say, hey, listen, how about this? How about this? You like my beats, you buy one occasionally, but what if every month I released 20 beats? I took the whole month and I put together 20 beats, and I allow you to use them and gain access for just $9.99. Now, that producer who's accustomed to saying, nah, I ain't letting my beats go for 50 or 100, but he's waiting, and once a month he gets that 50. That's like short-term thinking. He's really not in business, where the mindset is kind of like, I don't know about that. But if I say, all right, you get these 20 beats, and every month I put them in this area, and for $9.99, all 100 of y'all can access my beats for $9.99. I just increased my income to $1,000 a month, or actually, technically, $9.99, $999. Because if 10 of them do it, that's $99, and if 100 of them do it, that's $999. I'm trying to be, so that's $999 from just 100 artists who raised their hand and said, listen, I want that. You do dope beats. This $9.99, I waste that on Big Macs and Whoppers anyway. Let me give it over here. And if you have also some other value, you say, listen, when you do your song, if you need me to mix it for you, no problem, whatever. So you tell me, what's the business model or structure should you really be thinking about if you really want to be in business, right? Now, what we did with the Beat Pass is that same structure. Excuse me, that's a little acid from the soda coming up. Is that same structure. We did it with the same philosophy that we have, and we put that concept on steroids. Because check this out. You could get those same artists in the same $9.99 loop and say, listen, I'm one producer. I know sometimes I might offer my 10 or 20 beats and, I got my signature and I'm doing the same thing. But check this out. Do you know that there's like 100 other producers that within that same $9.99 you can get access to? So it's not just my 20 beats, but now it's like 15,000. And you can sign up under me. I'm gonna get these benefits because whatever, leveraging and everything else. Now you have a better offer to offer artists that's like almost undeniable. It's like, wait a minute. But the thing is, producers is not thinking like that, bro. And it's very hard to shift the mindset to be like, hold on. Again, these are just digital files. I'm in the business of selling digital files. I'm not in the business of anything else. If I put my art on it, I'll tell you something, and I don't know if you will receive this or not. Your art is priceless. I don't care. It's priceless. So you can't really say your value is $50. Could you really? How could you sell yourself short? For one person, that means you're just looking at one system of a one-time thing. What if I say like this? What if there was a pool of artists that said, listen, you made this one track and everybody said, I'll buy that right now for $1. That beat is so hot, I'm buying it for $1. And I can guarantee you that 1 million people will buy that beat for $1. Would you still sit there and say, nah, my beat price is $50 and only sell that to one person? We got to flip the game. Record labels do it all the time. I try to change the mindset and say, listen, they take the same 13 songs and put it on the album. They don't sell each song for $50 a pop. They take that album, try to get it to download 1 million copies, or like how it used to be, sell 1 million copies. That was a body of work that sold 1 million copies. Bam, platinum, gold, whatever, 250,000, independent, 10,000. It doesn't matter. If you sell 10,000 copies for $10 a pop, yo, brother, I don't have enough thumbs to put up. There we go. I don't have enough thumbs to put up. So think on leverage and stop tying your creativity
to the little special effects that went out when you made that point, but that was right on time. But but no, yo, you mentioned something. Producers aren't thinking like that. But again, no one's talking to them like this either. So it's great that we had this live stream because we're kicking facts and we're creating conversation that producers aren't typically hearing anywhere else. And they can't because nowhere else are they offering this. So this is a great opportunity. And if you're watching this right now and you've been sharing Buy Beats with other producers and they're on the fence, man, if you can invite them to this live stream and let them hear it from another angle, third-party validation, let them see it, and get them in front of the information so they can receive it. This is the conversation that could change and alter mindsets. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're going to continue to do this. This is going to be every Friday night.
Now, what you just said goes back to the link tree. You could take the video from this link and stick it in your Buy Beats link tree. So if you said, yo, I want to show you this video, I think all producers should check it out. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but check out this concept. If you took this stream video and put it in your link tree, they have to come through your link tree link to hit the YouTube video. Guess where you got them at? You got them at hitting your Linktree link, because now we tracking them. They watch the video and say, you know what, I might want to try that. They're already a customer now. Now it's gonna be tied back to you because you didn't just send them here to YouTube or anywhere else where we're telling you there's some great information, but you use your Linktree that we provide you for free at Buy Beats and sent them there. And I'm gonna tell you something. Check this out. Y'all know the link tree, not the basic free one that they limit your links, but the link tree, if I'm not mistaken, is $15 a month. And I've seen a couple of other ones that cost like $5, $10, and $15. What I did with the link tree that I built, you have unlimited, you could throw 1,000 links in there. There's a couple of bells and whistles where you could do certain things with it and small customizations, right? But the price of your membership at BuyBeatsDotCom is the same price as a link tree that you would pay for somewhere else. And you're paying the same one with way more value. So you can upload beats. You mean I'm paying the price of what a link tree by itself would cost, and everybody in this industry got a link tree or some type of variation of it. And what we're charging over here, and I'm getting so much more as a producer. Like, I can upload my beats, I can make streaming revenue. If I do pay my $15 a month, I'm privy to the subscription commissions. This is a no-brainer, man. This is a no-brainer.
You know what, Alan? I would share my screen and show them my link tree. I got Make Money with Beat Pass. That's a link in my link tree that goes to the last video that we did here on YouTube. But Alan's absolutely right. But by us doing these live streams, this is a new tool now. You can take the link tree and you can actually put the videos in your link tree that we're doing here on YouTube and collect customers. But I'm still working on this stream. So by next Friday, the one we do next time, we'll be able to, let's do a walkthrough as we talk about everything, Alan. Let's do a walkthrough because there's things from the blog site, share button to the, I mean, there's so many things on the site that we're not utilizing. That could be a game changer if we all start to use it. I mean, it's unbelievable how many tools we have on this site.
The blue links, everywhere there's a blue link on the site, the blogs, the forums, what else? Where else?
The playlist, the beats.
Right, the playlist, the individual beats. If you're logged in and you click that blue link, it takes your username and puts it in the path so that we know that you shared it. So if you wanted to go and look at a blog post and then reshare it on Facebook, we know it was you. So when the customers come through, if you want to take the battle, anybody's battle, if it's a hot battle, go on Facebook and be like, yo, check out this battle. If it's an artist, yo, this battle is crazy. One of your artists might want to use one of these beats. It don't even have to be, we made it so it doesn't even have to be your beat. But this is multiple sharing that, you know, that you can do to secure your bag. Seriously.
Or AI, you can just, instead of switching the video out, you could just put the link to the actual YouTube channel. You see what I'm saying? Or you can just, because coming back to switch the link out there, it can become a job.
Yeah.
So you could just put the actual YouTube channel and just tell them to check out the latest video on the title of your link or your link button, you know? Yeah, it's probably easier, right? So, you can create a playlist here on YouTube too, and create a link tree and make a playlist of the videos. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to be covering different topics. Like I said, next week, Alan, what do you think about that? Let's do a walkthrough. I'm going to have it set up. Like I said, I put this stream up at the last minute. It take a lot to put these templates together. Y'all don't even understand, right? But by next Friday, we'll have everything. So I'll be able to share the screen. And while I'm sharing the screen, you can kind of walk us through the link tree, the buy beat, show them the blog, show them everything visually. Because I know seeing is believing.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of that. And I think also, I think I know we have a lot of plans and stuff, but I really think that we just need a dedicated training night for Beat Pass and buy beats and everything. And I think we need to do that. We need to do that. We need to do that. We need to do. I think I want to start a little bit earlier. I don't know if y'all could tell me. Maybe this is cool. Instead of 8, maybe 7. So we not,
or maybe even 6. Because you think about East Coast time. That's 7 East Coast.
Yeah. Your time 6, my time 7. I think that works.
Yeah, and this is the training ground right here. This is the training ground right here, because this is going to change the whole game. Because now that we're getting the education, this platform is so robust. It has so many different ways to activate it. This is so necessary, you know. And this is the this is the training, the knowledge that we need. And then producers on the outside looking in that's been trying to figure out what this is, and nobody's really, you know, been able to just break it down. Now we have, you know, somewhere to send them. So we just got to become good at inviting people to this live stream. Just like Alan, just like you said, you know, hey, this is a live stream that every producer needs to see. This is a video that every producer needs to see. Are you a producer? You make, oh man, you're not going to be past live. You know, this needs to be the premier live stream that you invite producers to. You know what I mean? Especially if they signed up with you already. Because a lot of times somebody might sign up, but they don't never activate. They just sign up and they don't really know what they signed up for. This is now a live stream that you want to send them to. In fact, oh, you signed up? All right, man, the next step, right? Or what's next? Be Past Live Friday night. That's where we go to really learn how to use this, because this is not like any other beat store. You really want to come in and dig in and dive in and really learn all of what you have. You want to know what you just signed up for. You know what I mean?
Crazy. Listen, make sure you're telling artists too, you know, even with the beat pass or in general, when you try to get artists to listen to your beats, just say, hey, you get paid listening to my beats on BuyBeatsDotCom. It doesn't cost you anything. What we had a spike in beat sales, and you would think, and what I did, I literally went back to see all of the beats that was sold in the last 3 or 4 days, and they sold, but they were also inside of Beat Pass. Now you would think that the person would just, for example, I don't know one of these producers' name, but L Free I definitely know. L Free, EL Free, he sold a beat for $35. This beat was located also available in the Beat Pass. And I'm like, all that artist really had to do was sign up to get the $19.99 Beat Pass, and he would have had it. But what I realized is, with all of the promotion going out for Beat Pass, it's just driving artists here. So now artists is basically discovering too. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jokey said it earlier on, like, yo, either way you put it, Beat Pass is promotion. Because if artists could see, because everybody that's coming now through the front page and through the Beat Pass dedicated page, it lets them know the price chart. The price chart is on the homepage for artists, as well as the dedicated Beat Pass, and it lets them know unlimited right now. It's a special unlimited 15,000 beats. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, that wasn't even the premium for the beat that L had. So when I looked at the next one, again, for a producer, I don't know. I can't remember, because this was not a name. I know L from Rock Battle, so that's why his name sticks with me. But it was another one who sold the beat for, like, I think $40. Again, when I looked, it was also listed in the library. So it's a win-win. So you're going to have people that take the benefit of the library one. Artists is going to come here and still do things traditional way or whatever. It's just benefits either way. So I don't know why, you know, some producers are a little skeptical or being a little bit pulled back. That would never be the case. That shouldn't be the case, man. Let me tell you something. If you can crank out beats, you're a manufacturer of files that could be sold by the thousands. What are you scared for? You scared that one is going to get away from you and make a hit? That's what copyrights and stuff is for. And even if that's the case, that one hit might get you a lump sum of something that you can't get on residuals elsewhere. So I would take the residuals and build something that I could count on, than worried about, you know, something else. I know some producers are still kind of chasing fame, but you know, that could get old. The older you get, that can
You
get
can
old.
go. You can get old. Yeah.
I'd rather build a sustainable business. Well, even if it's just $1,000 a month, I know $1,000 a month is coming out through some level of fluctuation from the activity that I'm constantly doing, and I don't have to really sweat too much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, yeah, man. this is a much needed conversation. Like I said, and this is gonna get better. You know, next Friday we should have everything. I don't know what the kink was tonight, so but next Friday we should be 100% rocking and rolling. This was an amazing. Did you want to cover anything else?
Nah, I really just wanted to talk about the links and how to use them, and stop sending people directly to buy beats, even on your videos. Even on your videos that you post on Instagram.
Yeah.
Stop talking about, now this might sound crazy, stop talking about buy beats. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the problems. If you talk about the problems and you really just maybe want to work with a few producers that got thousands of beats you could use, put in the comments whatever words you want to choose. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, as a matter of fact, what I'm saying, I know this for years, but if you pay attention to a lot of the ads or a lot of people who got a lot of influence and they like, and I know there's softwares that trigger this, or even if you want to do it individually, and they ask their followers, listen, let's say if I was promoting this book and I said, listen, you want to get a free copy of this book, just write in the comments residual, right? Then that's right. I didn't say nothing about buy beats. I didn't say nothing about explaining it. I probably just said, listen, producers are struggling right now and nobody knows how to make residual income as a producer. But if that's you and you need to, just type residual in the comments below. I'm gonna get this to you right now for free. Now you literally could do that, because once they sign up to buy beats, this is available for free. But it's also something that gets them in the door to see everything else that's working. So
you said why we gotta do this every week? I said, you see why we gotta do this every week, bro? That right there you just laid out is crazy. That's crazy.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm full of all of this. Like,
that's crazy.
Just knowing how to market and what works and getting people to move on certain stuff. Sometimes sending them directly to buy beats is not the move.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of stuff that I do on the Fat Fingers account. I don't do it on the buy beats account, because I will lose them. Now I do have my link up on the buy beats account, but I would do more Fat Fingers because it's not where they can figure it out. So if I leave you, you pay attention. Let me tell you something. The emails that I got going out, when I send the email out, right? So right now we got about maybe 5,000 opt-ins that are confirmed. That means they opted in, they gave the email. We have more producers, but they don't all confirm their email. So we got 5,000. On the 5,000, now this is a crazy rate. You could go look this up on Google, talk to any marketer. Just from me sending out to those 5,000, I usually get 12 to 1,300 people to open the message that I share. That's like 25%. That's unheard of. But you know how I do it? It's always curiosity. I'll say, first name. You got to check this out before you miss out. I didn't tell them what they had to check out. I didn't tell them any information. You always have to take the next step. So anything that I market, you have to take the next step. That's kind of how you could be in your messaging too, when you making sure you're not spilling all of the beans, but you're building enough curiosity that makes somebody say, all right, I'm going to take the next step. If you go to that pain point that person has, or that point of identification, and say, you haven't seen what all the other producers is doing. Everybody, yes, got slow selling on the beats or whatever, but a lot of producers is making money off of beat plays. How is that? Check this video out.
Fear of loss.
Only way I can find out what you just told me, I have to go watch that video. I have to click your link. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of lead people on to where you need them to go. Maybe I'll put together some more stuff, because it comes to me naturally. But if I put some more scenarios, you could find your scenario and be like, oh, okay, I can speak that language.
Yeah. Well, it's flowing out, man. And like I said, it's Friday nights. It's perfect, man. This is the last question of the night. I got a question I think everybody want to know. How did you get the name Fat Fingers? Can you talk about that?
I got about 20 nicknames coming up. Everybody named me. AB, Buttermilk. You know, one day I was eating buttermilk cookies at the shop. I own a barber shop. I was eating buttermilk cookies. So I said, yo, you always eating buttermilk cookies. Next thing you know, everybody in the neighborhood, everybody South Jamaica, yo, that's butter. Fat Fingers, I made that name up. Let me tell you why I made the name up. And I didn't know there was another Fat Fingers. I didn't know him until maybe 12 years after the fact, because me and him connected. He's like, yo, I'm Fat Fingers. He works at Hot 97 New York radio station. He's a big DJ in the Bronx. I didn't know him. But I was producing for a while. I got production and stuff that I was producing. And right before I did Rock Beats, literally I was thinking, okay, I'm going to do this, what I'm going to come out with. I was messing around with the keyboard. And my fingers, if you notice, my fingers ain't fat.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The fingers ain't fat.
I want to show you these fingers here.
Yeah.
They're not really fat. But in marketing, because I know how to market, it's a play on the F's. It's a play on the F's. So a lot of times you see people create pen names, or they create things with double in them to make people remember. Even people who write stuff and they give themselves 2 first names. So I had a pen name. One of them was Ryan Clay. I took Ryan and Clay, and I was doing something where I was doing some counseling and coaching for women, believe it or not. Look at Eminem, Coca-Cola. You see the C's? So it really was a play on the F. And I said, I need 2 names that no one forget, that they use all the time. Fat Fingers. Bam, that's it. So it was a play on the marketing thing for me. And it was just easy. And I knew if you heard fat and you heard fingers, you're not going to forget it. I don't have fat fingers. But that was back in, I think, 04, 05.
I was thinking fat fingers must be cold on the piano or something. That's why they call them fat fingers. Yeah, man.
It was just a play on FF. A lot of marketing that I was studying. Even when people come up with names, how does somebody remember it? And then when I was like FF, then I said Fat Fingers. It was just like that. It wasn't like I looked at my fingers and said, "Oh, Fat Fingers." Even though I had my hand on the keys when I thought about it, it wasn't that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hey man, look, going into next week, I think we should always give homework. You know what I mean? Some type of assignment after these lives. To help activate the community, man. And just something to focus on each week. What's one thing that, based on everything we told them tonight, what's one thing immediately we can start focusing on going into next week?
I think everyone should try to get someone to respond to you in your DM by making comments on their posts. So in other words, all you got to do to find producers on the internet is follow hashtags. Instagram, for a perfect example. I want y'all to know that we might cover the 21. This is free. Go to chapter 12 and you can see basically where I'm coming from for this, because I also put this in the book. But for example, you could put the latest when that hashtag is used. You're going to get a lot of people. Don't worry about the popular. Switch over to the newest, and you're going to see on that hashtag everyone who just used it. So if you put in beat maker, producer grind, new beat, all of these things, you're going to see producers who just uploaded something new or whatever the case is pertaining to them. You can do this with artists too. So your job simply is to comment on it first. Make a comment, see if you could gain a follower from that. Like, I'm a producer too. I want to be checking out your beats. Build up something and figure out your level of engagement with each. You should be able to report on what's working. Next thing you know, once that person sees you comment a few times, you can say, yo, I just hit you in the DM. I want to share something with you about your beats. Everybody's curious about that. He don't know what you want to share. But after you said, yo, that's a fire beat, I produced too, guess where they're going first? They're going right to your profile. So they're going to your profile, check you out, you whatever, you do produce, they confirm that. And then you can simply share something like, yo, I'm gonna hit you in the DM. I want to share something with you about your beats, or I want to share something that people listen to it. But do you get paid anywhere else where people listen to your beats? The answer has to be no. You got to think of questions where the answer have to be no, so you can, where I'm getting stuff played and I get paid for the listeners. You need to check it out. It's a lot of opportunity there. Too much for me to even share with you now. Just watch this video. That's your level of engagement. And then you can set a goal to be like, I just need 10 touches. What I mean by that, I just need 10 people in my DMs this week talking about it. Because if one person a week engaged with you and signed up, that's 52 people at the end of the year. 52 people pays you a good amount of money if you're talking about 60% of subscriptions. That's how you got to look at it. So now if you got something and then they're moving with that simple concept, you now have some residuals coming in and you're not really worried about beats. You could do the same thing with artists. Artists put in new releases, new music. They put in Spotify, on Spotify. If you use AI, you could go to AI right now, not AI the producer. I'm not talking about using you, brother. If you use Chat GPT and you say, yo, what's the top 20 hashtags that artists use when they're promoting their music? Chat GPT is going to be so kind to you. And you say, here are 20. And then guess what? You can say, well, give me 20 more. Now what you're going to do is go to IG and follow all of those hashtags. So when everybody, so in your feed, they're going to be there, or if you want to go to them, whatever. See, you could turn your feed into something that makes money. You could just be like, forget what's happening everywhere else. I'm going to see, oh, this dude just popped it. Now your feed becomes a feed of your.
About an hour and a half, and we want to keep these videos. We're going to, but as you can see, it's so much, and when we get to talking about it, it's hard not to get excited. But we're going to do this every Friday. Every Friday, navigate this opportunity and how to take it to the next level. This is our church for producers. You know what I'm saying? In the comments,
see a response before we cut out. You didn't hear before. Just maybe share that in the chat with me. And I'll be good with that. I just want to make sure we touching some areas. So I'm paying attention to the chat. Take your time, man. I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
I see that there's some people watching. I see some people cutting out now. We was just at, I guess that was too much to ask, huh?
And then you know what? We might even one aspect. You know what I mean? Because we got enough to do that as well. So. Yeah, man. Everybody cutting out. They about to go watch Netflix. You warm up that chicken from earlier and all that. So look, we out here, man. Any last